Well, hello there, Konbawa. Good night to you all. So, I came with my review for Shingeki no Kyojin episode 7 or Attack on Titan, the Battle of Trust part 3. So, this episode starts with the Mikasa heading to the front lines and trying to meet with another group that is now on the vanguard, let's say that way, where is Jean, Bertolt, Ryder, Annie, um, Marco, Connie. Uh, they all are all there and a lot of others. And Mikasa is heading that way. Uh, at the same time, we see that Connie is trying to is speaking with Jean about what they should do now, because being they need to replenish their gas in their 3D gear, and Jean is kind of hesitant, does not exactly knows what to do because apparently they were waiting for a supply group, but the supply group never came. So they are kind of hesitant what to do, and more more, more than that, the headquarters in Trost is being under siege, let's say on that way, by the part of Titans. And at the same time, we see an image of some soldiers inside the headquarters, and the Titans are looking through the windows and such, and then we see glass broken and such, and then we see a soldier kinda preparing his own gun and such, and then we actually don't see the guy kill himself, but the girl that was next to him when the guy killed himself got some blood splatters over his face. Basically, the guy blow his head and committed suicide because he does not believe that he will survive, and a lot of troops, a small group of troops that is in the headquarters, they are all depressed and are expecting to die, and they are saying they will die there, they don't have a chance, they cannot go outside, and so on and so on. Um, then Mikasa uh, kinda meets with the group of Jean, Connie, Annie, Bertolt, Ryder, and so on. And she kinda tries to speak with the guys, and I don't know if it's right. No, 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 no. She goes talking with Annie, and she is asking what happened, where are the other vanguard groups, and I don't know if it's Annie or if it's Bertolt or if it's Reiner or other character that says that they are now the vanguard because the vanguard groups were basically annihilated, and they are kind of stopped because they don't have a way to resupply themselves. And then she asks about Aaron, or if they know what happened to Aaron's group, and I think it's Reiner. I think it's Reiner that tells her to go talks with Armin, and Armin continues to be depressed. He is having a flashback about the moment where Aaron was devoured by the Santa Claus Titan and so on. And because kinda shouts to him and goes in his direction, and Armin, when he heard Mikasa's voice, he kinda don't know what answers to give her, and so on. Then Mikasa approaches him, asking about Eren, and Armin crying, and he speaks a little about what happened with her group and so on. And then he says that was being devoured by a titan. And Mikasa was calm apparently, and she lists the spirit in a way, and then she resolves to talk with all other the soldiers that are nearby, and she says she will be fighting, and that she will, if needed, she will be alone, and will head to headquarters to resupply himself and continues fighting. And she gives a speech, Mikasa, great speech, and she kinda, like Eren, her speech kinda prompts others into action. Then Mikasa goes off, but then Jean, kinda cursing her on the process, kinda decides that yes, they need to do something, they need to get some gas, they need to get some supplies to continue fighting. And then Jean kinda takes charge in a way, and it's good to see Connie also goes, and others also follow Mikasa. Armin is also following Mikasa, and then other troops that were nearby kinda after see the new recruits and the new trainings heading off to battle. Even older troops, they kinda decided to go and follow them and counterattack. And then Armin was quite worried about Mikasa, because he sees Mikasa that Mikasa is going full gas, and she is slashing Titan after Titan. But Armin kinda understands that if she keeps that speed, eventually she will end up with his gas supply and will run out of fuel, and then she could be easily killed or rendered unable to move, and so on. And Armin kind of decides to follow her and tell her that she needs to go more slowly down and such. Connie, in a way, then breaks away from the group that was being commanded by Jean, that are all the other guys. They still go head to the main headquarters in Trust, and Connie kind of breaks away of the group and decides to follow Armin to kind of assist him. Then, like Armin feared, Mikasa runs out of steam, and she ends up falling on the street. And she then is thinking about Erin and her past, and then we see the ground shaking, and we see that the Titan is approaching her. At the same time, the group of Jean kinda engage the Titans, and several guys that are on the group were simply being killed. We have a guy that is grabbed, that one dude that is grabbed, and then it's bite. We don't actually see the bite, but we see the lower part of his body and the blood all over the place. Then we have also a blonde girl that is kinda taken by a titan, and the titan is kinda grabbing her with both ends, and like putting her in the cross position. We don't see what happened to her, but I will assume that she will be cut in two by that Titan. And we see other guys dying, one guy is smashed and such. Jan is kinda, what can I do, what can I do, because he continues losing soldiers. Uh, and then we go again to Mikasa, and kinda Mikasa as another kind of flashback. Remember the past, remember the Eren. She sees Eren when they are younger, when he saved her. Then she remembers when they are in Shigansha. She remembers scenes when they are in the training. She remembers the last conversation they have, and so on. And then she kinda stays in a position mute in a way, and her expression is quite peaceful, and she is saying that she does not mind to die because she will be in earth. And then we see Mikasa eventually crying over the death of Erin, and then we see the Titan coming. But when he tries to grab her, she kind of fights back, and she cuts his hand, and the Titan goes on attacking her. She is kind of thrown away, and the Titan continues attacking her. And then when he was almost smashing her, we see another Titan appearing behind Mikasa's back, and that Titan, because at that point she decided, no, it's too early for me to die, I will continue fight back, because she is remembered in the words of Eren when he saved her on that day a lot of years ago, and when he was telling her fight back, fight back, fight back, fight back, she remembers those words, and she kind of decides to continue fighting, even if Eren is no longer there. She decided to keep living and to keep fighting. And then that Titan that appears behind her back kind of jumps at the Titan that was attacking her and smashes her head, the Titan's head, and then destroys it. And it's a very interesting scene, and she's kind of shocked why the Titans are fighting each other, because there are no records about a Titan jumping on others. So then Armin comes and kinda grabs Mikasa and rescues her. So Armin is finally being useful in the list, or at last. So he kinda grabs Mikasa and he is able to bring her to safety over a rooftop. Then shortly after, Connie appears also, and they are then a new Titan appeared, and this Titan kinda is ready to confront the Titan that in a way saved Mikasa, and Connie and Armin and Mikasa but are kinda seeing the scene, and they are quite mesmerized by the scene, because the Titan that saves Mikasa kinda attacks that Titan and chops the head of the other Titan, and the head goes flying, and but he loses the hand on the process, but the hand, like all the Titans, begins to immediately regenerate, and even the Titan that loses her head kinda begins regenerating, but the Titan that saves Mikasa kinda begins pounding in on the position where the head is going to receive And I guess that's mainly for this week episode. Um, we have a very good episode. We again see the fierceness of the battle. We have several blood and gore scenes with the soldiers that were being killed by the Titans. We see. Ah, I almost forgot. Then Mikasa, Armin kinda decides to share his gas reserves with Mikasa, and he's kinda growing as a character in the sense that he is telling her to be more careful, more to be more careful with the use of the gas, and he is ready to sacrifice himself for Mikasa to keep fighting because Mikasa is a great fighter, a great warrior, and he says that she will be more needed on the front lines than in, but kinda Mikasa disagrees, and then she grabs Armin and tells him that they she will not leave him behind. Ah, another scene that I forgot. When the new Titan and the Titan that saved Mikasa were fighting, you should pay attention to the fighting position of the Titan that saves Mikasa because and eventually you will need to go watch 2 or 3 episodes back during their training camp because I know what will happen in the future. Yes, because I read the manga, but I will not tell it here. However, that was already foreshadowed and hinted on a previous chapter, so go recheck if you have some doubts about it. Go recheck the training episodes. I think episode 2 or episode 3 and recheck that, and you will see very interesting situation, a very interesting in for the future and for next episode. Next episode will be epic episode. We have the fight for the headquarters, and the fight for the headquarters is fantastic. It's amazing. I guess it will be even more amazed than the manga from what I saw on the preview. So next episode will also be an epic episode, a great, fantastic episode. This one was a very good episode. There were several hints, very interesting but very subtle, and only well, I will not spoil it. So this was a very interesting episode. So what do you think about the Titan that helped Mikasa? Do you have any idea why he did that? So in any case, this is my review for Shingeki no Kyojin episode 7, or Attack on Titan episode 7, The Battle of Trust part 3. Hope you enjoy. Stay well.